Okay, friends, next five birds. We're going to start this time with the brown-headed cowbird, another blackbird, but with this odd, completely brown head, at least in the male. The females are a grayish, brownish, tannish, drabbish, all over. They do hang out in pairs. You tend to see them in people's yards, just pecking at things in the grass. They do the fact that you usually do see males and females together strikes me as kind of odd, as they really don't raise their young together. They are nest parasites. They lay their eggs in the nests of other bird species. Maybe, for example, a finch. The female will lay her eggs in that nest. Her eggs will hatch first. They will boot the other babies out of the nest. Or at least outcompete the babies for food, because their babies will be bigger than the host species babies and will be more demanding for food. It's a really dirty trick to play on the host species, and those birds that can figure out that these are not the right eggs and get them out of the nest, obviously our natural selection will favor them. But these birds can really put a lot of pressure on bird species that might already be in pressure due to habitat loss and other factors. They have an unusual sound. Nothing else sounds like them, at least not in my experience. There's this drop of water sound, this water droplet sound that we'll hear first, that to me nothing else quite makes this noise. So let's listen for it. Did you hear it? The little water drop at the beginning. I'll play it again. And followed by a high-pitched noise, so bloop, bloop, and then that you get this really high. Okay, so run that back one more time. That's what you listen for. You know you've got a brown-headed cowbird right away. They do have some harsher sounding whistles or chirps or whatever you want to call it, that kind of machine gun sound. Okay, that's very characteristic of brown-headed cowbird as well. So that's him, nest parasite. Next bird is a song sparrow. It is a sparrowy bird. All sparrows are brown and streaky. If you can get that, you'll know your sparrows, and then it's just a matter of which one is which. The chipping has the red cap. This guy does not. He's just kind of streaky all over, but he does have this diagnostic dark spot right in the center of his breast. Okay, nothing else, or none of the other sparrows that we're learning anyway, have that spot. The song sparrow sound is kind of hard to hang your hat on. What I will ask you to listen for is accent, heavy couple, 2-3 notes at the beginning, followed by less predictable stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, that kind of a rhythm.
Common yellowthroat,
No,
scarlet tanager,
no.
indigo bunting,
Oh, come on now, where is it?
prothonotary warbler,
Hang on. Here he is.
song sparrow,
Song sparrow. Okay, so it's this, okay, heavy accent trailing off. Okay, that last one was probably the best example of what I was trying to give you. Let's hear that just one more time. Okay. All right, so that's your song sparrow. Do what you can with it. I know the song's not real easy, but at any rate, I'll make up for it by giving you one you don't have to know the song for. But the bad news is, if you can't identify goldfinch, you don't get to graduate. It is the only bright yellow bird we will have. Well, no, that's a lie, but it's the only one that has black wings. Bright yellow bird with black wings and a black cap. You can't miss it. Sound-wise, he sounds a lot like a house finch, but he's got a different quality, but the patterns are all very finchy. All the finches kind of have these same melodic patterns, but you don't have to know his sound, so it's okay. Just know what he looks like. Bright yellow, black wings, black cat. Can't miss him. Next bird is a chimney swift. The chimney swift is a little cigar-shaped bird with wings that are much longer than his body, as you can see them extending out. They get their name because they often make their nests in people's chimneys. There's some kind of thing they do with the nesting material with their spit, where they kind of glue the twigs and whatnot of their nesting material together and glue them to the side of the masonry that they're building on. If you've ever had a family of these in your chimney, you can hear them flutter their wings fairly often. Now, we don't usually see them in someone's chimney. We see them in flight. In flight, they look like a cigar with wings, and the wings are these sickle-shaped wings, okay? Their flight is very erratic because they're catching insects, so they're chasing after the insects. Their mouths agape. They even have little whiskers at the corner of their mouths to help funnel insects into their mouths. There's a high chattering sound as they fly, this high chatter, and they're very easy to identify. Their flight pattern, their sound they make, their body shape, it's pretty easy to identify them very quickly. Now, here is what they sound like. Here's the high chatter.
Chimney swift.
Okay, that's about all there is to it, this high, thin chatter. All right, our last bird from this group of 5 is the mourning dove. It is a subtly colored, almost pigeon size, not quite, but it's a dove with a cooing sound like a pigeon, but a very regular rhythm to the sound. I'm sure you have heard it. Some people think they're hearing an owl because it's saying coo, 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 and people think that's who, but it's a coo, and whatever the difference between that is. But anyway, they are normally ground feeders, but they do love to sit on wires. You will often see them sitting on telephone wires by the side of the road. So a little plump gray bird that says coo. So let's hear what the mourning like M-O-U, like somebody sad, sound.
Mourning dove.
Okay, so it's that rhythm. Can't really miss it. That's a very typical rhythm. Also, when they take off in flight, the way they beat their wings, you can hear these currents of air going through their air sacs in their body. It's called a wing whir. Okay, so that's that sound as well. All right, that's that 5, and that's it, and I'll catch you on the next 5. Thanks for watching.